In a world where modern dating often feels chaotic and uncertain, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers a timeless framework for becoming a high-value man. A high-value man is not defined by his wealth, looks, or status, but by his character, emotional intelligence, and ability to navigate life with purpose and integrity. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot, and cultivate inner peace regardless of external circumstances. This guide will show you how to apply Stoic principles to dating, relationships, and self-improvement, so you can become the kind of man women admire and respect. The foundations of a Stoic high-value man. What is a high-value man? A high-value man is someone who embodies the following qualities. Confidence. He knows his worth and doesn't seek validation from others. Purpose. He has a clear mission in life and is committed to personal growth. Emotional intelligence. He understands and manages his emotions while being empathetic toward others. Integrity. He lives by his values and principles, even when it's difficult. Stoicism reinforces these qualities by teaching us to focus on virtue, self-discipline, and resilience. A high-value man is not perfect, but he strives to be the best version of himself every day. The Stoic mindset. Control what you can, accept what you cannot. The core of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, understanding what is within your power and what is not. In dating, this means what you can control, your actions, mindset, and how you treat others. What you cannot control, how others perceive you, their feelings, or the outcomes of your efforts. By focusing on what you can control, you free yourself from anxiety, frustration, and neediness. This mindset allows you to approach dating with calmness and confidence. Self-improvement as a Stoic practice. Stoicism emphasizes continuous self-improvement. As a high-value man, you must commit to growing physically, mentally, and emotionally. This includes physical health, exercise regularly, eat well, and take care of your body. Mental health. Read, learn, and challenge yourself intellectually. Emotional health. Practice mindfulness, manage stress, and cultivate gratitude. When you prioritize self-improvement, you become more attractive to others because you radiate positivity and purpose. How high-value men communicate. The art of conversation. Conversation is the foundation of connection. A high-value man knows how to engage in meaningful, balanced conversations. Here's how. Ask open-ended questions. Show genuine interest in her thoughts and experiences. Listen actively. Pay attention to what she says without interrupting or planning your response. Share authentically. Be honest and vulnerable without oversharing or seeking validation. Stoicism teaches us to speak with intention and clarity. Avoid unnecessary chatter or trying to impress her. Instead, focus on creating a genuine connection. Nonverbal communication. Your body language speaks louder than words. A high-value man projects confidence through eye contact. Maintain steady, respectful eye contact to show attentiveness. Posture. Stand tall and avoid slouching to convey confidence. Facial expressions. Smile genuinely and use expressions that match the tone of the conversation. Stoicism reminds us to be present in the moment. When you're fully engaged, your nonverbal cues will naturally align with your words. The power of silence. Silence is a powerful tool in communication. A high-value man knows when to speak and when to listen. Silence can create tension and intrigue. Allow her to process and respond. Show that you're comfortable with pauses and don't feel the need to fill every moment with words. Stoicism teaches us to embrace stillness and avoid unnecessary noise. Use silence to your advantage in conversations. Building attraction through authenticity. Be genuine and authentic. Women are drawn to men who are authentic and true to themselves. A high-value man doesn't pretend to be someone he's not. Instead, he embraces his strengths and weaknesses, shares his passions and interests openly, avoids playing games or manipulating others. Stoicism encourages us to live in accordance with our true nature. When you're authentic, you attract people who appreciate you for who you are. Create emotional connection. Emotional connection is the key to lasting attraction. A high-value man builds connection by sharing personal stories and experiences, showing empathy and understanding, being vulnerable without oversharing. Stoicism teaches us to balance vulnerability with emotional resilience. You can open up without losing your sense of self. Use humor and playfulness. Humor is a powerful way to create attraction. A high-value man knows how to make women laugh without being disrespectful. Tips for using humor: keep it light and playful. Avoid offensive or controversial jokes. Use self-deprecating humor sparingly. Stoicism reminds us not to take life too seriously. When you approach dating with a sense of humor, you create a fun and enjoyable atmosphere. Handling rejection and challenges. The Stoic approach to rejection. Rejection is a natural part of dating. A high-value man handles rejection with grace and dignity by accepting it as part of the process, reflecting on what he can learn from the experience, moving forward without bitterness or resentment. Stoicism teaches us to view rejection as an opportunity for growth. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, focus on what you can improve. Dealing with uncertainty and anxiety. Dating can be unpredictable, but a high-value man remains calm and composed. Techniques for managing anxiety. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Focus on the present moment. Remind yourself of what you can control. Stoicism encourages us to embrace uncertainty and find peace in the unknown. When you're at ease with uncertainty, you become more attractive to others. Setting boundaries and standards. A high-value man knows his worth and sets clear boundaries. This means communicating your needs and expectations, walking away from situations that don't align with your values, avoiding people-pleasing behaviors. Stoicism teaches us to prioritize virtue over external validation. When you set boundaries, you show that you respect yourself and expect the same from others. Long-term relationship dynamics, maintaining high value in a relationship. A high-value man doesn't become complacent in a relationship. He continues to pursue his goals and passions, show appreciation and affection, communicate openly and honestly. Stoicism reminds us to focus on what we can control, our actions and mindset. By staying true to yourself, you keep the relationship strong and fulfilling. Effective communication in relationships. Communication is the foundation of a healthy relationship. A high-value man listens actively and empathetically, expresses his feelings and needs clearly, resolves conflicts with maturity and respect. Stoicism teaches us to approach challenges with calmness and rationality. When you communicate effectively, you build trust and intimacy. Keeping the spark alive. A high-value man knows how to keep the romance alive by planning thoughtful gestures and surprises, maintaining physical and emotional intimacy, continuously working on the relationship. Stoicism encourages us to appreciate the present moment. When you put effort into your relationship, you create lasting happiness and connection. Conclusion: the Stoic high-value man in modern dating. Becoming a high-value man is a journey of self-mastery and growth. By applying Stoic principles to dating and relationships, you can cultivate the confidence, resilience, and authenticity that women admire. Remember, the goal is not to manipulate or impress, but to connect deeply and meaningfully with others. As you continue on this path, you'll not only attract the right partner, but also become the best version of yourself. Modern dating is often characterized by uncertainty, rejection, and superficial interactions. In this chaotic landscape, Stoicism offers a timeless framework for navigating relationships with clarity, confidence, and emotional resilience. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot, and cultivate inner peace regardless of external circumstances. By applying Stoic principles to dating, men can become more grounded, authentic, and attractive partners. This guide will explore how Stoicism can transform your approach to modern dating and help you build meaningful, lasting connections. The dichotomy of control. The cornerstone of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, understanding what is within your power and what is not. In dating, this means what you can control, your actions, mindset, and how you treat others. What you cannot control, how others perceive you, their feelings, or the outcomes of your efforts. By focusing on what you can control, you free yourself from anxiety, frustration, and neediness. For example, instead of worrying about whether she likes you, focus on being the best version of yourself. Instead of obsessing over the outcome of a date, focus on enjoying the experience and learning from it. This mindset allows you to approach dating with calmness and confidence, which is inherently attractive. Amor fati, loving your dating journey. Amor fati, love of fate, is the Stoic practice of embracing everything that happens, good or bad, as part of your journey. In dating, this means viewing rejection as an opportunity for growth, appreciating the lessons learned from failed relationships, staying optimistic and proactive, even when things don't go as planned. When you embrace your dating journey with amor fati, you become more resilient and less attached to specific outcomes. This detachment allows you to approach dating with a sense of curiosity and openness, rather than fear or desperation. Memento mori, living with purpose. Memento mori, remember that you will die, is a Stoic reminder of the impermanence of life. In dating, this principle encourages you to prioritize meaningful connections over superficial interactions. Be fully present in your interactions, rather than distracted or half-heated. Avoid wasting time on people or situations that don't align with your values. When you live with purpose and intention, you naturally attract people who share your values and vision for life. Applying Stoic principles to dating challenges. Handling rejection with grace. Rejection is an inevitable part of dating. A Stoic approach to rejection involves acceptance, recognition that rejection is a natural part of the process and not a reflection of your worth. Reflection. Ask yourself what you can learn from the experience. Was there something you could have done differently? Or was it simply a matter of incompatibility? Resilience. Use rejection as an opportunity to grow stronger and more self-aware. Stoicism teaches us to view rejection as feedback, not failure. By reframing rejection in this way, you can move forward with confidence and optimism. Managing dating anxiety. Dating can trigger anxiety, especially when you're unsure of how things will turn out. Stoic practices for managing anxiety include focus on the present moment. Anxiety often stems from worrying about the future. Bring your attention back to the present by focusing on your breath or the conversation at hand. Practice negative virtualization. Imagine the worst-case scenario and remind yourself that you can handle it. This reduces the fear of the unknown. Detach from outcomes. Remind yourself that you cannot control how others feel or behave. Focus on being your best self and let go of the rest. By applying these practices, you can approach dating with calmness and clarity, even in the face of uncertainty. Setting boundaries and standards. A Stoic high-value man knows his worth and sets clear boundaries. This involves communicating your needs. Be honest about what you're looking for in a relationship and what you're not willing to tolerate. Walking away from misalignment. If someone doesn't respect your boundaries or share your values, don't be afraid to walk away. Avoiding people-pleasing. Don't compromise your values or sacrifice your well-being to please others. Stoicism teaches us to prioritization virtue over external validation. When you set boundaries, you show that you respect yourself and expect the same from others. The art of conversation. Conversation is the foundation of connection. A Stoic approach to conversation involves active listening. Pay attention to what she says without interrupting or planning your response. Show genuine interest in her thoughts and experiences. Speaking with intention. Avoid unnecessary chatter or trying to impress her. Instead, focus on creating a genuine connection. Embracing silence. Don't feel the need to fill every moment with words. Silence can create tension and allow her to process and respond. Stoicism reminds us to be present in the moment. When you're fully engaged, your conversations will naturally flow and deepen. Being genuine and authenticity is key to building trust and attraction. A Stoic, high-value man embraces his strengths and weaknesses, shares his passions and interests openly, avoids playing games or manipulating others. Stoicism encourages us to live in accordance with our true nature. When you're authentic, you attract people who appreciate you for who you are. Creating emotional connection. Emotional connection is the key to lasting attraction. A Stoic approach to building connection involves vulnerability. Share personal stories and experiences, but avoid oversharing or seeking validation. Empathy. Show understanding and compassion for her feelings and perspectives. Consistency. Be reliable and follow through on your words and actions. Stoicism teaches us to balance vulnerability with emotional resilience. You can open up without losing your sense of self. Long-term relationship dynamics. Maintaining high value in a relationship. A Stoic high-value man doesn't become complacent in a relationship. He continues to pursue his goals and passions, show appreciation and affection, communicate openly and honestly. Stoicism reminds us to focus on what we can control, our actions and mindset. By staying true to yourself, you keep the relationship strong and fulfilling. Effective communication in relationships. Communication is the foundation of a healthy relationship. A Stoic approach to communication involves active listening. Pay attention to her words and emotions without judgment. Honest expression. Share your thoughts and feelings clearly and respectfully. Conflict resolution. Approach disagreements with calmness and rationality. Stoicism teaches us to approach challenges with wisdom and patience. When you communicate effectively, you build trust and intimacy, keeping the spark alive. A Stoic high-value man knows how to keep the romance alive by planning thoughtful gestures and surprises, maintaining physical and emotional intimacy, continuously working on the relationship. Stoicism encourages us to appreciate the present moment. When you put effort into your relationship, you create lasting happiness and connection. The Stoic path to modern dating success. Stoicism provides a powerful framework for navigating the complexities of modern dating. By focusing on what you can control, embracing challenges with resilience, and cultivating authenticity, you can become the kind of man women admire and respect. Remember, the goal is not to manipulate or impress, but to connect deeply and meaningfully with others. As you continue on this path, you'll not only attract the right partner, but also become the best version of yourself. Conversation is the bridge that connects us to others. It's how we share ideas, express emotions, and build relationships. In the context of dating and relationships, the art of conversation is especially crucial. A great conversation can spark attraction, deepen emotional connection, and create lasting memories. However, many men struggle with conversation, often feeling anxious, awkward, or unsure of what to say. Stoicism, with its emphasis on self-mastery, emotional intelligence, and presence, offers a powerful framework for mastering the art of conversation. By applying Stoic principles, you can become a confident, engaging, and authentic conversationalist. This guide will explore how Stoicism can transform your approach to conversation and help you build meaningful connections with others. The Stoic mindset for conversation. The dichotomy of control in conversation. The Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control, focusing on what you can control and accepting what you cannot, applies directly to conversation, in any interaction. What you can control: your words, tone, body language, and mindset. What you cannot control: how the other person responds, their mood, or their opinions. By focusing on what you can control, you free yourself from anxiety and overthinking. For example, instead of worrying about whether she likes you, focus on being present and engaged. Instead of obsessing over the perfect thing to say, focus on listening and responding authentically. This mindset allows you to approach conversations with calmness and confidence, which is inherently attractive. Presence, the key to authentic connection. Stoicism emphasized the importance of being fully present in the moment. In conversation, this means letting go of distractions. Put away your phone, avoid glancing around the room, and give the other person your full attention. Listening with intent. Focus on understanding what the other person is saying, rather than planning your response. Embracing silence. Don't feel the need to fill every moment with words. Silence can create space for reflection and deeper connection. When you're fully present, you create a sense of intimacy and trust that makes the other person feel valued and heard. Emotional balance. Staying calm and composed. Conversations can sometimes take unexpected turns, triggering emotions like anxiety, frustration, or defensiveness. Stoicism teaches us to manage our emotions and maintain emotional balance. This involves practicing detachment. Remind yourself that you cannot control how others feel or behave. Focus on your own reactions and responses. Using reason. When emotions arise, pause and reflect before responding. Ask yourself, what is the most rational and constructive way to handle this? Staying grounded. Use techniques like deep breathing or mindfulness to stay calm and centered. By maintaining emotional balance, you can navigate challenging conversations with grace and maturity. The principles of effective conversation. Active listening. The foundation of connection. Active listening is the cornerstone of great conversation. It involves paying attention. Focus on the speaker's words, tone, and body language. Showing interest. Use verbal and nonverbal cues to show that you're engaged. Asking questions. Clarify and explore what the speaker is saying with open-ended questions. Stoicism teaches us to listen with humility and curiosity. When you truly listen, you create a safe space for the other person to open up and share. Speaking with clarity and purpose. A Stoic conversationalist speaks with intention and clarity. This means being concise. Avoid rambling or over-explaining. Get to the point and make your words count. Being honest. Speak your truth without fear of judgment. Authenticity is more attractive than perfection. Being respectful. Choose words that are kind, considerate, and constructive. Stoicism reminds us to speak with virtue, integrity, wisdom, and compassion. When your words align with your values, they carry more weight and impact. The power of questions. Questions are a powerful tool for deepening conversation and showing interest. A Stoic approach to asking questions involves open-ended questions. Encourage the other person to share more by asking questions that require more than a yes-no answer. Follow-up questions. Show that you're listening by asking follow-up questions based on what they've shared. Reflective questions. Help the other person explore their thoughts and feelings by reflecting their words back to them. Stoicism teaches us to approach conversations with curiosity and a desire to learn. When you ask thoughtful questions, you create a dynamic and engaging dialogue. Starting conversations with confidence. Starting a conversation can be intimidating, but Stoicism can help you approach it with confidence. Tips for starting conversations. Use observational openers. Comment on something in your environment. Ask for opinions. People love sharing their thoughts, ask for their opinion on a topic, share a compliment. A genuine compliment can break the ice and make the other person feel good. Stoicism reminds us to focus on what we can control, our approach and mindset. When you start conversations with confidence and positive, you set the tone for a great interaction. Keeping conversations flowing. Keeping a conversation flowing naturally requires skill and practice. Strategies for maintaining momentum. Find common ground. Look for shared interests or experiences that you can both relate to. Share stories. Stories are a powerful way to connect and keep the conversation engaging. Use humor, light, playful humor can create a fun and relaxed atmosphere. Stoicism teaches us to embrace the flow of conversation without forcing it. When you're present and engaged, the conversation will naturally evolve. Handling awkward moments. Awkward moments are a normal part of conversation. A Stoic approach to handling awkwardness involves embracing imperfection. Accept that not every moment will be smooth or perfect. Laugh at yourself and move on. Redirecting the conversation. If the conversation stalls, introduce a new topic or ask a question to shift the focus. Staying calm. Use deep breathing or mindfulness techniques to stay composed and grounded. Stoicism reminds us that awkwardness is a temporary and minor obstacle. When you handle it with grace and humor, you demonstrate confidence and resilience. Advanced conversation skills. Building emotional connection. Emotional connection is the key to deeper, more meaningful conversations. A Stoic approach to building connection involves vulnerability. Share personal stories and experiences, but avoid oversharing or seeking validation. Empathy. Show understanding and compassion for the other person's feelings and perspectives. Consistency. Be reliable and follow through on your words and actions. Stoicism teaches us to balance vulnerability with emotional resilience. You can open up without losing your sense of self. Navigating difficult conversations. Difficult conversations are inevitable in any relationship. A Stoic approach to navigating them involves staying calm. Keep your emotions in check and approach the conversation with a clear mind. Listening. First, understand the other person's perspective before responding. Seeking resolution. Focus on finding a solution rather than winning the argument. Stoicism reminds us to approach challenges with wisdom and patience. When you handle difficult conversations with maturity, you build trust and respect. Ending conversations. Gracefully. Knowing how to end a conversation gracefully is just as important as starting one. Tips for ending conversations. Express appreciation. Thank the other person for the conversation. Set the stage for future interaction. Suggest a follow-up or exchange contact information if appropriate. Exit with confidence. End the conversation on a positive note and leave with confidence. Stoicism teaches us to appreciate the present moment while keeping an eye on the future. When you end conversations gracefully, you leave a lasting positive impression. The Stoic art of conversation. Mastering the art of conversation is a lifelong journey, but Stoicism provides a powerful framework for success. By focusing on what you can control, staying present, and cultivating emotional balance, you can become a confident, engaging, and authentic conversationalist. Remember, the goal is not to impress or manipulate, but to connect deeply and meaningfully with others. As you continue to practice these principles, you'll not only improve your conversations, but also build stronger, more fulfilling relationships.